What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Hope everybody's good. We're back, ready to rock. Flying with Allegiant today. We once again transferred over from what were we? MNG Cargo in Turkey to Allegiant. So we got jumped out of the A300 600 freighter, and we're in the A320 a little bit for some experience and practice on VATSIM in the United States. So hope everybody's doing well. Welcome in, and we're gonna get this thing fired up and ready to go. I only have time probably for about one flight today. I don't think we're gonna have time for a second, but we'll see how it goes. I had the plane all set up, and then I had a little bit of the Phoenix software was not doing what it was supposed to do, so I did reset just to make sure that we had a smooth kickoff. So, well, in hopes that we would have a smooth kickoff. So we're gonna get this plane squared away and get it going. What's up, Nate? How are you, man? Welcome in. Yeah, we're flying down to Orlando Sanford, not Orlando as we know at MCO. It's SFB. That's where we're heading today. So that's we're coming out of Indy, which is where we landed the last stream. We're gonna be on VATSIM, but I'm trying something different. We're actually gonna use VATSIM and SayIntentions. I've never used it before like that, but apparently VATSIM and SayIntentions can work together. So when you switch over to Unicom, it's supposed to be a seamless transition. Not sure how it works. We're gonna give it a whirl. But right now we have no ATC at all at Indy, so I'm probably just gonna start off on SayIntentions, and then if VATSIM pops up, we'll dump SayIntentions and we'll move on from there. So that's my loose game plan anyway for that. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. So external power's on. We're going to go ahead and turn our nav and logo lights on. Our APU not yet. External power is on. APU bleed. We don't have the APU on. Let's go ahead and get aligned. Fuel pumps can all come on. Yo! Armageddon's fire drops in and gifts. Armageddon, I haven't seen you in forever. You come in and drop 5 gifted subs on the YouTube side? Holy crap, man. Nate says trying to get over Friday, trying to get Friday over with and off to a ball tournament tonight. Nice, man, nice. Thanks again, man. Thanks, Armageddon. I hope you're well, bro. Looks like Life is You, Virtual Gaming 21, Venture. Venture, haven't heard that. That is a name blast from the past. Arby and Pat I ended up with those gifted subs. Thanks again, bro. Holy cow. What a way to kick off a stream. How you been, man? Oh, I'll be damned. Appreciate you. What are you playing, Nate? Softball or baseball, or what do you got going? What's up, Mahesh? Welcome in. I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing very well, actually. Yeah, I had a little bit of a busy, well, it's still a busy week. But yeah, I had my daughter. I did career day for yesterday. I spent the day before yesterday preparing for career day. I had to build her up a PowerPoint and everything to present to her class. I had 6 different sessions to present. Basically yesterday from 11 o'clock until 3 o'clock in her school day. I was presenting on being a fireman and all of that stuff and what it entails, New York City fireman and all that stuff. Yeah, and I did that all day yesterday. So my last 2 days I was out of action. Normally I'd be streaming those days, but I was out of action. But I'll be here today. Briefly, I'll be here. We're gonna do at least one flight today. That's my mission, is one flight today, and if we can get the one in, we'll see what we're looking like. But I have to go pick her up from school at like 3 o'clock my time, so I got to be off of here by 2:30, and then I'll be back tomorrow night possibly. Depends on what she's gonna do. She's got a birthday party. What's going on, Monique? Welcome in. Hello, Hawks girl. Yeah, we are, we got a little bit of running around, but I'll be here Sunday. My wife is heading back down to be with her boys for Mother's Day. We're doing breakfast with my mom tomorrow for Mother's Day, so I'm going to be hanging around on Sunday. So I do plan on being around, probably a long stream on Sunday, probably a long stream on Monday. and potentially a fair, a medium stream on Tuesday. So haven't been around a lot this week, but I do plan on being around a little bit for next week. So anyway, hope everybody's well. Thanks everybody for coming in. Armageddon, again, thank you for dropping 5 gifted subs. Haven't seen you in a bit, and I do appreciate you coming in and all that support. Popping in to say hello. Be back after your meeting. We'll have a good meeting. I forgot about your meeting. I didn't say that before. But all right, let's get our batteries. Why are our screens not on? The batteries are on. I'm telling you, Phoenix is not the Phoenix is not really giving me the warm and fuzzies here. On the batteries are on. I don't know why the screens are not up. Let's try this again. This is the second time my Phoenix app, yeah, it's crashed twice now, and I don't know what the deal is. We are about ready to abandon this entire operation here, and I'll be honest, if I can't fly in the 320, we're probably going to have to leave the the airline that we're working for in a pilot's life. But this is the second time the Phoenix app has crashed for me today, and not done what it's supposed to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and Control-Alt-Delete this. Figure out what's going on here. I mean, it's supposed, these screens are supposed to come up when the batteries come on, and before, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shut the whole sim down. We're gonna start fresh. I had a whole thing, guys. I was like ready to go. This plane was ready to push. I was gonna start like 15-20 minutes early, and as it does, it has a way of throwing a wrench into the plans. But I'm gonna go ahead and restart the sim here, and we're gonna give this a whirl again. I do have to remember to do all of my Levitex and Volanta stuff too. But hello, Hawks Girl over on Twitch. But yeah, we'll get this thing fired back up. I'm not really sure what's going on with the Phoenix app today. But again, I had the whole thing done. It would not give me my departure time or anything like that. And then I just came in and I reloaded into the flight, and it wouldn't give me my screens on the MCDUs and on all the displays. So can't really fly the 320 without the computer screens up. So we will try again. Anybody got any plans this weekend? Haven't been having much luck with the Phoenix. No, yeah, the last time I flew it, I mean, we flew those 3 flights or 2 flights, whatever it was, and it flew pretty well. It was the Phoenix itself was, the app was fine. I actually had great sim performance. I don't know what's going on with it today. But I will say that if we do not, if we are unable to get this, if we're unable to get it going on this one, I'll jump into the 300 and we'll fly this flight in the 300 if we have to. And then I will leave the airline. I'll leave the Allegiant airline that requires the 320, because I mean, the A320 is what they fly. But I'll have to leave that airline and not go back to the 320 until Phoenix figures out their stuff on 24. I don't know. They haven't released any updates either for the 2024. They've just basically called it their experimental version. So you really can't even report any problems with them, with it. And it's starting to get to the point where I understood why they did that when 2024 came out. But it's getting to the point where 2024 has been out for since October. And it's time for them to start working on their product. The Phoenix A320 and 321 should start to be, that's a very, very good product that should be working in 24. It's 9 months out. It's time to start to release updates for the 2024 product, unless they're completely rebuilding it, which is possible too. But we shall see. Hopefully it was just a little glitch in the matrix and we'll be just fine. We get to watch the load screen. What's going on, Elder Statesman? How are you? How you been? Yeah, Armageddon, things are good on my end, man. I cannot complain. We've been running around. I've been back and forth to Tennessee. Getting plenty of time with my daughter now. Things are good. Things are good. Hope things are great on your end too. So yeah, we'll give it a look and see what. Hopefully this thing fires up and we can load back into Indy. This is the third time I've loaded into Indy. I'm really curious to see how this SayIntentions works with VATSIM, because it says that SayIntentions will transfer it up. You know, like a VATSIM or SayIntentions will transfer you to the next thing. So, doing good. Fed up with 24. Totally removed it for your system. Sticking with 20. I don't blame you, Elder. I don't blame you. I know there are several people who have done the same thing. I am not one of them. And the only reason for me is that 2024 runs on my system better than 2020 ever did. With as many hiccups and silly things that have happened with me, 2024 still runs better than 2020 did in airliners anyway. That's just my view on with my rig and how it works. But then you have days like today, last stream, I was able to kick it off. We did great. It looked really, really good. And today, you know, there's hiccups. But I don't know that this is much a sim problem as it is a Phoenix issue right now, to be honest. But I agree. I don't fault anybody that decides to drop 2020 and you know, go back. You've got an older 20 and yep, I hear you. Yeah, mine's middle of the road. I don't have a cracked system by any means. I do the A300. The A300 is doing very, very well in 24. I will say that. The A300 works very well. But yeah, when you start getting into like the Phoenix, where there's a third-party app that's got to run beside it, and all the things, it's sometimes things do get. Sometimes it gets wonky. All right, let's try this again. That one. That two. Power. Screens. Aha. Just flew to Brisbane to help your mom move last weekend. First time you've been up. Wow. All right, cool. Well, that's good that you were able to go help her out. That's great. All right, we have 20 minutes to get out of here. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We're going to get our load sheet. Let's go ahead, since we are. Let's get boarding and refueling going. Send it.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Perfect. Let's get boarding going.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Get our jetway over here, like otherwise we just like levitated into here. Arby, how's it going? Welcome in. You just got a gifted sub from Armageddon's Fire. Welcome in. He dropped in. The stream just started, and he dropped 5 gifted. So.
Catering vehicles are on
Having a little bit of Phoenix issues, but we're getting it worked out. All right, let's get our IRS aligned here again. That's the third time this morning.
Fuel truck
I
is in
appreciate you
Mexico.
coming in to say thank you, Arby. How's everything on your end?
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck
Okay.
arrives and ask to do it.
Now we got to do all this stuff again. Parking brake is set. Battery 1 and 2 is on. External power is on. Nav and logo lights to 1. APU is not started yet. ADIRs, we do have it aligned. Let's get our fuel pumps on. Oxygen, crew oxygen supply on. Our cockpit voice recorder is on. Overhead panel is checked. No smoking goes to auto. Glare shield. Let's get a look at our departure ATIS. It's information Tango 3019er is the there we go. You run with auto FPS and lossless scaling. It makes a huge difference. Nice, nice. Yeah, and I had problems in 2020 running those two things together, or any one of those two things, where it would drop my LOD. It would drop my LOD to I might as well be playing Atari. I was having tremendous problems running both of those programs, or at least one of those programs. I used auto FPS pretty often, and I was having a heck of a time with it. But all right. I think we're going to be climbing out. We're leaving on the Dawn 1 departure. You know what? I'm going to wait. We're using SayIntentions for that, so we'll see how it goes. I'll just set it right now to 4,000, and then we're leaving on runway 23 right, so we do have a heading. We will be following the runway heading, at least initially. So 23 right is 230. It might be... Still check that. 23 right's actually right behind us. That's perfect. Yeah, 230 is the heading of that runway. Cool. Let's go ahead and get our blip on here. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan in here and get this thing going. I didn't even init. I had all this stuff set up. Then we had our little crash. All right, we are AAY, which is Allegiant, right? AAY 628. Cost index is 12. We are at flight 370, or flight level 370. Throw that in there, and let's work on our flight plan, which was also in before, but we'll do it again. Departure runway is 23 right, which is right there. We're out on the Dawn 1 with IIU as the transition. Insert. We're going to fly out runway heading, and then we'll go direct to Sneva. Go from there. Flying down all the way to Sanford in Orlando, which is just north of MCO. We're going to be landing RNAV runway 18. We are coming in on the Shrek 2 with the Big D transition, and our VIA for the RNAV approach is Worms. Insert.
Boarding requested.
All right, let's go. Get them boarded. Come down here. Let's go back up here to the glare shield. Go to plan. Put constraints on. I guess we're waiting on our IRS alignment. I guess we can't even do that until... In the 300, you can actually do that. You can do that, go through the whole plan without the IRS align, but apparently not. All right, so the flight plan is in. Secondary flight plan, we're going to copy it. We did have a go-around coming into Indy last time, so we actually executed the go-around and actually did pretty well, and then our landing went really well on the way back, so on the second try. But yeah, the landing coming in was just not working out for us. But second one worked. I am going to go ahead and connect. We are flight 628. Done. We have no controllers in range for VATSIM right now. Got our wind squared away. Nice. Insert it. Get rid of that. IRS align in 3 minutes. This should be our first load sheet. Accept. Return. And then, I think we're going to do, no, that's not what I wanted. Back up. Back up, guy. ATC request. Do I want, oh, wait a minute. New York Center's on, Memphis Center's on. No, Indy Center's where we're at. Those guys just came on. Maybe Indy Center will come on. We got off the stream the other day, guys. I mean, we were off maybe 15 minutes and Atlanta Center came on. We flew through Atlanta Center for like an hour before, and we had no ATC at all. But it's all right. Pre-departure clearance, I think I am going to just do it through here. KIND, while we're waiting on this IRS anyway, to KSFB. Our call sign is AAY 628, right? Yeah. Information Tango. Gate number Bravo 3, I believe we are. Bravo 4, maybe? Let's double check that. I don't want to give them the wrong one. We are at Bravo 4. We are at KIND. And we are in A320. Let's go ahead and send it. We'll get our... get that done. Alright, DI. Do we have all of our fuel on board? Fuel 6821. We got 6821 planned and in the tanks. What's up, Ibanez? What's going on, man? 6820. Nice. Alright, that's being processed. Perfect. We are IRS aligned. Good. Can do our init, second init page.
Boarding pass, please. Hello?
Maybe we could do that. Maybe I had that jacked up. Maybe I didn't do that right.
This way.
Alright, we're looking for our line.
May I see your boarding pass?
There's our flight plan discon. There's where we're going to go direct to. All the way down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. And landing. Straight in. RNAV approach. We're good. Let's pop this back to ARC. Ibanez, how you feeling, man? You feeling any better?
This way.
I'm good, man. I'm good. You feeling any better? You at work today, or? Dude, I felt bad. I mean, I felt bad. Like I said, I was busting your chops before, but, you know, just, you look like absolute hell, bro.
Good afternoon.
All right, here we go. We got our clearances. Expecting runway 14? That's not what that's not what they said.
Boarding pass, please. Hello.
We're not using runway 14 out of Indianapolis. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's. Are you better now though?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good. All right, cool. I'm glad you're better. That's Avatar. What's going on? Welcome in. All right, we're climbing to 4,000. Departure's on 124.65. We don't need that yet.
Welcome on board.
I'm trying SayIntentions. Ibanez with
Good afternoon.
trying SayIntentions with VATSIM today. I heard they're supposed to sync back and forth, but no, I know Ibanez. I hear you.
Hello.
What's up, Kit? Welcome in. Yeah, it's picked up Mako Manchester. Oh, nice, Arby, nice.
May I see your boarding pass?
All right, we need to do our init page 2 before we get whacked out here.
This way.
16.8. Who that?
Hello. Welcome on board.
What? I thought that
Welcome
actually
on board.
doesn't that init page 2 in the 320 do it itself? Like doesn't that plug it in? Oh, you know what? It's probably I didn't send it. That's why.
Welcome on board.
We're getting the we've got another 100 passengers to get on. There we go. Now it's good. So DIFSRI perf.
This way.
Let's get that initial going. Departure perf.
Welcome on
Runway 23 right is where we're going. We'll sync that load sheet. Flaps 1 plus flex. Anti-ice off, packs on.
Good afternoon.
Sync the weather. Calculate it. 146, 147, 149. That should now be input. We're good. I'm going to put our perf over here. Put our flight plan over there. Put our ground frequency. Storm 1, maintain 4,000, squawk 2435. Before I do that,
Hello.
Arby says slowly filling up Europe with payware. I think in a couple days you'll pick up MK Porto 2. Nice, man. I still got to get, did you finally get the excavator? No, I did not. I did not. She's in a meeting right now. She's not even here to hear about it. Yeah, I did not get the excavator yet. Yesterday I had my daughter's career day, so I was presenting at her career day for the whole 7th and 8th grade class on how it is to be a fireman. So that's what I did yesterday. Day before that, I was building the PowerPoint for that class. So it was that's why I wasn't here Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm sorry, it was Wednesday and Thursday I wasn't here. So it was quite the days. But it was good. It had a good time. Unacceptable. Crack Matrix with a gifted sub to Kevin. Thanks again, Crack Matrix, a gifted sub. That's the 6th one today already on YouTube. It's insane.
Boarding pass.
Thank you, Crack. Welcome in. Hope your week's going well. Hope your weekend is going to be awesome. Kevin! Oh my God. All right, let's get over. Ground is 121.9, but we are... So yeah, we're gonna try.
Hello.
Oh crap. 122.8. We're gonna leave because that's Unicom,
Hello.
and then ground is 1219.
Good afternoon.
So we'll do that, and then I need to file this flight plan on VATSIM.
Good afternoon.
I also need to tell them that I'm a new pilot.
Hello.
How's everybody's week been? I know, Kevin! I know Joe has not had a great week, but Oh, come on. I'm not signed into VATSIM. What the hell?
May I see your boarding pass? Hello.
There he is. Auto ATC.
Boarding pass, please.
Squawk 7356.
This way, please.
Now, this is going to be interesting because this is where it conflicts with SayIntentions.
Good afternoon.
That's a direct conflict with SayIntentions.
Pass, please. Welcome on board.
We'll see what happens. All right, we're in ARC. We're in 20-mile zone. Climb and maintain 4,000.
Welcome on board.
Right now, the departure frequencies are... I might be abandoning
Hello.
SayIntentions, honestly. Abandoning it for this flight. Because they got us doing a couple of wonky things. A couple of wonky things here.
Boarding pass.
Let's double check our ATC. Let's get our... No, back here.
This way.
Pre-departure clearance was sent. That was our company message. All right, let's get situated here. We're still getting boarded. And we are boarded. Nice. We are a little late, I think. Not by much, though. Ground services. Let's get our APU on. We'll get out of here. We might be okay. Let's get our beacon on. Parking brake is good. Windows are closed. External power will shut off in a second. Seatbelt signs can come on. Doors can be armed. Let's tell them we can prepare for pushback and departure. Strobe light to auto. Wing light, all that stuff is good. APU can be started. Jet bridge is coming away.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Let's see how this goes. Indianapolis ground, Allegiant 628 at Bravo 4 requesting push and start.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
I don't even think they're gonna... 121.9 is the ground frequency. Like right now, SayIntentions doesn't have any frequencies at all.
Locking gear.
I'm gonna give this one more shot. We're done. We're gonna figure out SayIntentions off stream and figure out how that's gonna work. Because right now it's not doing anything. That would be why. Because that is the mic that I used to talk to SayIntentions, and it was muted and stowed. Because my wife was playing American Truck Simulator last night. Those pics are in the Discord if anybody's around. Let's try this now. Indianapolis ground, Allegiant 628 is requesting push and start from gate Bravo 3 with information Tango. So I believe they're going to have us face tail southwest. So we're going to be going tail right. No, yeah, tail right. Cool, cool. Our beacon is on. Let's get our starter up. All right, tail southwest for Allegiant 628. Yeah, we will be having excavators and roadcraft, that's for sure. So we're good there. External power can come off. Let's get our chocks and cones away. Let's get our GPU away.
Release parking brakes, please.
You got it, guy.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
I don't know
Start
if
at
this is
will.
a thing, but I'm going to give this a whirl. Indianapolis ground from Allegiant 628. Can I amend my squawk code to 7356?
Allegiant 628, unable to assign squawk code. Please maintain current code or contact the appropriate authority for changes.
The appropriate authority for changes I thought was you, guy. That's why I did that, but yeah, as of right now, we'll leave it be. So, I don't know how to change that, but auto ATC on VATSIM gave me the squawk code that I put in there, 7356. SayIntentions gave me a different squawk code. Now I can't change it, so I don't really know how to fix that issue, but. I do need to get our CTAF for. Or are these guys pushing me? Alright, we're going to start engine 2. APU bleed is not on. That could be a problem. Wow, I am behind. You don't get into this sim for so long, and you really do get behind on things. It's hilarious. Let's try this. They're going to push us right out to the runway, I guess. How about we stop? They literally pushed us right down the Tango runway, or the Tango taxiway, and they were going to push us, I don't know, right out to Bravo, I guess. I don't know. Crazy. Take a look at this.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
I don't know where they were going to take us. They were going to take us right out to the runway. I mean, that's the runway right back there. Who knows? All right, CTAF is in messages. CTAF is 120.9.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
So over here, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do over here, I'm going to do our VATSIM stuff at 122.8. That's our Unicom. And then, what did I say it was? 122.9 is our CTAF frequency. So that's there. Now we're on VHF1 there. If I go to VHF2, that will be our Unicom, I'm sorry, our CTAF and Unicom. So VHF1 is going to be SayIntentions, that's Indy ground, and then we'll see what happens from there. Hopefully it works out. These guys are got the long walk back. I used to hate that walk. It's like a mile long walk at LaGuardia, some of these pushes that we had to do. Okay. 1219 that's that. I'm going to put in the tower frequency as well. And then I also need to ask if tower's 1209. All right. Indy Ground Allegiant 628. We're requesting a runway change for departure to runway 23 right. Let's see if SayIntentions will jive.
Allegiant 628, runway change approved. Taxi to runway 23 via Tango, Bravo 5, cross runway 23 right, then Alpha 5, Alpha.
What? All right, taxi to 23 right via Tango, Bravo 5, cross runway 23 right, then Alpha 5 Alpha for Allegiant 628. Alpha 5 and Alpha. Okay, so we're... All right. I got news for you. I'm not doing that. All right, CTAF. Let's get rid of that. Let's get our... Before we get crazy here, let's configure before we forget. Climbing 4,000. Let's put our taxi lights on. Hello.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you. Alright, taxi lights on. Wing light can come on. Runway turn off light on. Not yet on that. APU bleed. We gotta, let's go ahead and fire up our second engine here. Little kerbopple today, guys. Little kerbopple. Auto brake. Flaps are set. Ground spoilers are armed. Rudder trim is reset. Flight controls. Good. ATC clearance as requested. Nose lights to taxi. Runway turn off lights. All right. Got that done. We're going to go ahead and start our taxi here. And then I'm going to switch over to, like I said, VHF2. That is Unicom. Actually, it's 120.9. That would have been bad. 120.9. 122.8. That's CTAP, not Unicom. So 120.9, Allegiant 628. And we are taxiing via Sierra Bravo to Bravo 1. Indianapolis traffic, Allegiant 628. We're going to be taxiing to runway 23 right for departure via Sierra, Bravo, and Bravo 1. Indianapolis traffic. See, now the problem is...
Allegiant 628, runway 23 right is not available for departure.
Yeah,
Available runways are 5 left, 5 right, and 1 4. Please advise your preferred runway.
I'm getting rid of SayIntentions. They're conflicting with each other, and I don't know. I'm not even sure if I'm using them correctly. I know they're supposed to be used together, or they can be used together. I just don't know if I'm doing it right, and I don't want to give. I don't want to be a disservice, make a disservice to either platform. Cat like fish, welcome in. How are you? Getting ready to taxi out. We're heading out to runway 23, and we're heading down to Orlando Sanford Airport, just north of Orlando MCO. I do want to make sure a Levitex is tracking. If you guys do have a Levitex and you haven't, or you haven't checked it out yet, and you're thinking about checking it out, I highly recommend it. Very cool program for tracking flights. And I'll be honest with you, if their overlay gets a little less wonky, I might actually leave Volanta altogether. It's a very cool program. It's in a beta right now, open beta. It's pretty neat. All right, so we're coming up on Bravo here. We're taking a right. We're going all the way down there, and be leaving from there. You know what I did not do is our trim. Cat Like Fish, I always have a plan for my streams. You're more than welcome to join the Discord and put in flight suggestions in the Discord channel. I do take suggestions there, but when I do start streaming, the flights are mostly planned for the stream, almost always. But you're more than welcome to throw suggestions in, and I on my short stream days, which is one of these, like today is a short stream day, but I can't usually just take suggestions on the fly. See what I did there? I usually can't just take suggestions on the stream because I do have a plan. You can't use Discord because Turkey banned Discord. Oh. Yeah, I'll definitely have to. It's I fly into LTAC, LTAC. Where is that? I'll write that in and I'll put it in the mix. Ankara? Okay, cool. I did a Turkey flight. I flew to Cyprus from Turkey not long ago in this series. It was a beautiful flight, actually. How are you today? All right, we're settled down here on the taxi speed. All right. There, and then Volanta, because we restarted the sim, they did not track, so we have to redo that. Now it should be tracking. We're climbing out 4,000. Our runway heading is 230. I have a full rudder pedal setup, Cat Like Fish. I have a full rudder pedal setup, and I use the Thrustmaster Warthog is the flight sim setup that I use. Let's go, Crack. What's up, man? Welcome in. All right, we're going to be on heading mode, and we're going to be climbing out. Nope. There we go. All right. Predictive wind shear can come on. Weather radar can come on. I still have to set my pitch trim. Departure pitch trim is 30.1. Landing lights can come on, strobes can come on, taxi light can come to takeoff, our APU can get shut off, we don't need it anymore. And then over here, 122.8 is Unicom, and we're basically just going to work off of COM 1 here. 120.9 is CTAF, and then 122.8. We're just going to do that. I'm going to hold short here. We're going to fix our comm frequencies, and we'll go from there. Yeah, runway 5 left was a departure runway, but 20... Did they change it? No, they did not. We're good. All right. VHF. 120.9. We'll go there. And then, so that's our CTAF, and then 122.8 is our Unicom. Cool. All right, we're out of here. Do our quick checklist here. Terrain is on the ND. Weather radar is on. Predictive wind shear is on. TCAS is on. We did not do our takeoff config test. That is normal. Pack 1 and 2 is good. Engine wing and anti-ice not needed. Engine mode selector can come back to off. And landing light I did turn on. Strobe light is on. We're good. Let's go. Let me just double check our VATSIM. Make sure nobody's coming in to land here. I believe we are okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. This is your captain. Exactly. Indianapolis traffic. Allegiant 628 is taking runway 23 right, and we are departing to the south on the Dawn 1 departure. All right, got 4,000 locked in. It was AI, but yeah, that's I had to shut SayIntentions off because we had some conflicts. All right, we out. Indianapolis traffic, Allegiant 628's on the roll. Runway 23 right, departing to the south. 80 knots, thrust is set. A lot of some sim issues here. It's a little framey. Plane wants to fly on its own. That's good. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Probably just going to clear ourselves right to the next, right to Enva here. We'll climb out here for a second. And we're going to start our climb to 37,000. It is definitely bumpy. Indianapolis traffic, Allegiant 628, we're climbing through 4,000. We're going to continue out on the Dawn 1 departure, climbing up to 37,000. This will be our final call. We're about 10 miles southeast of the airport. Thank you, Ibanez. Yeah, it is definitely turbulence, Catfish. Very bumpy. Yeah, we got a 12 knot wind, 12 knot crosswind. Now the wind's coming from back here. It's all over the place. This arrow right here is where the wind's coming from. 10 knots from behind us. It was 12 knots from this way, so it's kind of all over the place right now. What's up, Doozy? It's going good, man. I tried to give SayIntentions a shot by doing SayIntentions with VATSIM, and it really wasn't working out so well. I'm gonna go over to Unicom now. Alright. Runway turn-off lights can come off. Wing light can come off. This nose wheel light can come off. And our spoilers can be disarmed. I don't like that sound glitch. You guys have heard me say that before. Never a good thing. Climbing through 9,000. Landing lights can come off. Terrain can come off the end date. Currently at work trying to persuade yourself that you don't need a 5090. Yeah. I think you do, though. I think we had our, no, it is 3019. I thought we had our, altimeter set way up. Alright, we're out. We're on our way to Florida. Third flight. I think it's the third flight in this schedule for our pilot's life schedule, and this should get us our contractual obligation of flying for 5 hours this week. So we'll hit our bonus for the week, and yeah, we're on our way out. I don't know. Like I said, when we get, we'll have to figure it out when we get there. I anticipate that this is probably going to be our only flight, because I do have to go get my daughter from school at like 3 o'clock, so. Thanks again, Armageddon's Fire. Dropped right away, dropped 5 gifted subs in YouTube right as the stream kicked off, and then Crack came in and dropped another one on top of that, so. Appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate everybody just being here. Thank you very much. Crack says, just breaking in, my 4080 Super and Next Gen is taking off. That's the way it always is, Crack. You know the deal. That's how they do it. I'll be honest with you, I'd probably get a 4080 right now before I got a 50 series, just out of the price difference. But I believe I need to actually fully take advantage of anything of that in that nature. I think I would probably have to upgrade my motherboard. I basically need to start fresh with pretty much a new rig, new power supply, new everything, because the computer, the streaming rig that I would be using, you couldn't get me into a 5 series right now. Yeah, I'm with you, Ibanez. I think 4080 is about as 4080, 4090 would be about where I would go. But my original rig from when I bought a tower and I stopped streaming off of a laptop. That rig is actually, it came with a 1080, and I upgraded it to a 3060, and that's now my streaming rig. Yeah, new PSU motherboard. Yep. But looked at 4090s. They're damn near as expensive as the 50s. Figure the aches and pains of the new series might need worked out too, and that's exactly it, Crack. That's yep. Who just popped on? Midway Ground just popped on. New York Center is on. Yeah, we don't have any no ATC for now. I was saying it before. We landed in Indy, and we stopped the last stream, and within 30 minutes Atlanta Center came on, and we were probably in Atlanta Center for like 45 minutes of our flight. But such is life when you're flying around this time on VATSIM. You know, people have jobs and lives. They can't just be like me and not have a life and just fly fake planes for nonstop. But Nashville departure just came on. Nashville ground is on. If we were to pick up a new GPU right now, I'd get a 4070. Nice. Just streaming over here. Yeah, you got to do something, man. I hear you. Speaking of passing the time, so anybody got Anybody got plans? Doozy, are you, Joe, you said you were going to stream tomorrow night? I think I might be streaming tomorrow night as well. I dropped the wife off at the airport at about 3 o'clock tomorrow. We're doing my mom's Mother's Day stuff tomorrow. But my daughter may have a birthday party to go to. I'm not sure if she goes to the birthday party, I'm not going to be able to stream because I got to go pick her up, but and drop her off. But if she does not go to the birthday party, which is also fine, I might do a stream tomorrow night, and then I'll be here for sure on Sunday. I'll be here probably most of the day on Sunday. My thought is to maybe knock out this entire schedule on Sunday. We have a pretty good APL schedule here. We're doing this one right now, and then I'll probably if I don't get, I don't think I'm gonna get to this one, but if I don't get to this one, we'll do this Saturday. Like Saturday, if I get a stream in. If not, I'll just fly it on Saturday, and then. But my thought is to finish out this entire schedule by Sunday night. So that's my. So 5 or 6 flights on Sunday is what I'm thinking. 4 or 5 flights, one of which being Flint, Michigan to Las Vegas, which is probably about a 3.5 hour flight. So we'll definitely be around Sunday, or should be anyway. Nice. You got any plans? You just gonna wing it, Joe? I might try to fly with you. That's another option. Of all the damn places, I'm not in Nashville or Midway. Now Midway's got ground, or Chicago's got ground on Midway. Of all those places, usually I'm flying like through there or to there anyway. Yeah, so the wife tried out American Truck Sim last night, but might just wing it since all of your plans went down the toilet for the week. Picked up the new CRJ3. Oh, nice. Have you flown it, Joe? I saw Blue Games put out a video on its release and everything. I did not get a chance to look at his video, but he did. He usually does very, very good, comprehensive videos on releases, and especially those that he likes. 37,000 feet is where we're supposed to be. One flight. It's a sweet ride, honestly. Great plane. Nice, man. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I'm holding tight right now. Doozy told me that the freighter, this 777 freighter, is supposed to be out at the end of next week, I think he said. And I'm holding out for that, and I'm definitely gonna I'll be jumping on that right away. And then I think my next plane after the freighter is probably going to be when the 730, the iFly Max comes to 24. That'll probably be. I'm going to spend a little time in the freighter for sure. Messing around with that thing. So. And then they said the 777-300 is supposed to be out at the end of May, which will give me a couple of weeks to learn my first Boeing. That 300 is supposed to be out at the end of May, from what I said. So, or from what Doozy was telling me. Dev gave you a free copy. Asked me to tell him when I'm going to stream it so he can join the chat, which I thought that's really cool, Joe. Nice. That's awesome, man. That's great when that happens, bro. Like, I've had that happen with a couple of different games. I'm not, I'm a recent flight sim streamer, I guess, within the last 8 or 10 months or whatever, and it's great when the devs reach out and do that stuff, and then jump into chat to answer questions and stuff. That's great. I've had a few games do that with me where they do drop your game. A lot of military games that I used to do, they did that, and then they jump in and they start answering questions and asking questions and all that. It's awesome. Doozy said they said next week, with the 300 following in the next week or so-ish. Nice. Yeah, that's my thought. I think I'm going to take your advice, Doozy. You said if I get the the freighter, that's a 200, and then I'm gonna do a lot of freight flights anyway, and then the 300, you know, I'll have two different variations instead of buying the same variation of the same aircraft, just passenger and freighter. But we'll see what happens. See if we can get any better pictures. The thumbnail. I was not happy with the thumbnail today. I'm actually getting okay frames right now, though. I was worried. It was not very smooth before. Yeah, today's YouTube thumbnail was not really impressing me at all. We out. Actually, that might be Nashville right there. That looks very familiar. It is Nashville. Nope. That's actually Louisville, which is also familiar. I drive over this bridge all the time. Drive over this bridge right over there, around downtown, and right out this way, and the airport's like right out there. And then I continue down 65 to Nashville. Just did it last week, twice. Cheaped out on the auto throttle. The auto throttle doesn't work, kid. Should come around downtown this way. Down this way, out, and then the airport's right there. And then Kalu Airport is like over here somewhere. It's like pretty... Kalu is an interesting little airport to fly into, very, very close to the downtown area of Louisville. And it's like in the flight path of SDF. Like, it's a pretty wild airport to fly in and out of. So much so that you can't leave on one end of the runway because you're going to be in the flight paths of the runways, the departing runways over here. It's pretty nuts. I don't see it. It's this right here, I think it is. I think that's Kalu. Cool little airport. Tried to set up a raid while you were recording, and you must have screwed it up, so... Oh, no worries, Maddie. Welcome in, man. No sweat. Wait a minute. Now we got Nashville departure on, Nashville ground, Nashville... Yeah, there's actually some people coming on, so hopefully Friday, maybe people will pop up. VPilot is up, so I'll be able to hear it if they do show up. We're passing 32,000 feet. We're going to be going to gate number 3 when we get there. Be exiting right. And actually gate number 3 is the first terminal off the runway, so that's good. Hopefully we can get off at Echo and it'll be a short taxi to gate 3. We shall see. Welcome in, Maddie. Thank you. Doozy, are you working tomorrow? Did I ask you that? I thought I heard you say you might be streaming tomorrow. Yeah, my daughter's got a confirmation. She's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like I said, she had career day yesterday. I had to do I whipped up a PowerPoint for career day, so she, to present to her 8th grade class, and I had to do this PowerPoint, 20-minute PowerPoint, about, I think it was 6 times. We had 6 different sessions of 20 kids each, and just basically talking about my career, how I got there, why I got there, what education you need, all that stuff. And so that was fun. We had a lot of fun with that. Built the PowerPoint all day on Wednesday, literally all day on Wednesday until about 10 o'clock at night, and then got that all done. And then I had to be at her school at 11:45. Leave my house at 11:15, and then I was there until 3. And then yesterday we had a couple things to run around. She had an appointment to do, and then we ate, and then I hung out with the wife because I've been, she's in town, and like I said, I was working on that PowerPoint and didn't really get much time to hang out with her, so that's what we did last night. We just hung out, and I knew I could do a short stream today. I got to go pick her up from school at 3, and then she's got we got a confirmation practice tonight, and I don't know if she's doing this birthday party tomorrow night or not, but we're going to meet my mom this for tomorrow for Mother's Day. Wife's got a flight back to Nashville tomorrow afternoon. It's just a crazy week, but trying to squeak in whatever we can. Memphis approach is on. Memphis ground is on. Memphis ATIS is on. Come on, Atlanta. Song requests are on, guys. Exclamation point SSR with the song title, and I believe it will go into the mix. Yours will go to the top, unless you want to listen to my stuff, which is also fine. So I got a request to fly into or out of what was it? LTAC. I gotta put that in Discord. I'll put it in for him. Guys, did you see Parallel 42 is moving along from Parallel 42 is now going to be doing ATS, American Truck Simulator sceneries as well as flight sim sceneries. That's sick. They're doing that Circle Ranch. Circle Ranch is their first one, I think, and I think that's going to be pretty cool. But and again, along the ATS lines, if you guys are just joining me, my wife was played ATS last night for the first time. She did a run from Watauga, Washington to Bozeman, Montana, 500 and some miles. She does not play a ton of different games. She does play games, but she doesn't play a ton of different games. And it was she had a good time with it. She actually backed in the trailer by herself. She drove the whole way by herself, and with some input. She only rolled the truck once. Aussie firefighter, how are you? Only lost us $8,000. Exactly. Oh, the trucking company has $5 million. It's fine. I did have to repair my truck, but how you doing, OSFF? Welcome in. Thanks for the first time chat. Hope you're well. Where are you at? Where do you work? Well, the job was only worth 22, I think, to start. It was dry milk, so we did leave dry milk. We didn't leave dry milk. She left dry milk all over I-90 in Idaho, but I digress. Volunteer firefighter in Australia. Nice, man. Oh, hey, Rome. Welcome in. Rome flies. You're Captain Aviation. Very nice. It's Vamps. We are in the Northeast, the North American East server. I'm almost always in the North American East server. Captain Aviation over on the T-Word. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Very nice, Aus. Very cool. Yeah, we got a lot of Aussies that are that watch us from over there. Appreciate you coming in. Hawksgirl says, you moved my head tracker while I was doing 65 miles an hour on the freeway. That may or may not have happened. There's no evidence to confirm or deny that, but that's what she's alleging, actually. And I was trying to help, by the way. Yo, by the way, where are the flight attendants on this plane? Straight up out of coffee right now. You surprised yourself so far with how long you've stayed? How long have you been? You're actually passing right now on Volanta, headed to Minneapolis. Oh, really? I mean, look. Oh, hey. The flight attendant came with coffee. I'll be damned. I'll take care. Oh, an apple. Yeah, you don't have to peel the apple, though. Huh? Don't peel my apple like I'm 4, please. Flight attendant brought coffee, guys. Let me see. Volanta Network. Why am I not seeing anyone? Oh, yeah, there you are, Cap. I see you. You're over Alabama. $12 years? Nice, Us. Nice. Yeah, I did 30 years total in the fire service. I started as a volunteer and then moved up to paid part-time in the Chicago suburbs. I worked in the Chicago burbs for a little while and then went out to New York City, and I did 20 years in New York City, and I just retired about 2 years ago. Let's see if we got out without having to do a delay. 1 minute. That's bull. It was also the ramp's fault. Late arrival of the pushback crew. RLP. What's up? Yes, please. Thank you. RLP. The ramp jacked us up. We're gonna go ahead and blame them for this. So we got to go to return, and we got to send send ADC, and RLP, that's going here, and then 0001. Come on, guy. Let's see. That didn't go in. There we go. Send it. One minute is all we had to do. ADC received. Nice. So those guys will probably all get fired now. Which, quite honestly, they should, because we were they pushed us all the way back to Timbuktu. So. Congratulations due to your health taking a huge hit. You were looking at early retirement, but your health is settled. That's good, man. I'm glad your health is settled. That's exactly it. Ramp workers with their safety and stuff. Nice, awesome, nice. Well, welcome in, man. I appreciate you stopping in, appreciate you hanging out, and appreciate your service in the volunteer service in Australia. Yeah, I started the volleys out here. I was a volunteer for many years. I started at 16 years old in high school, and that's how I started my training, and just moved up through the ranks and made it a career and had a blast. Started at 23, nice. Yeah, I was able to retire at 46. Oh, thank you, dear. Flight attendant just scared the hell out of me. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, you didn't peel them. Nice. Thank you. You guys all got to get yourself a hot flight attendant. That's what you have to get. You know, this may be a hot take. Apples are not snack food, by the way. She makes fun of me because I don't like driving the car with an apple because it gets my hands all sticky, and it's just not a snack food. Like, you almost have to be at home for that. Like right now, my hands are going to be sticky after eating an apple. But that's my opinion. Huh? Not right now, I can't. Not in the car, you can't. I don't have paws, by the way. I'm a human. Apples are nature's pre-packed snack. If I eat Doritos, my fingers will get dusty, and those are snack food. I see your point. Is Hawksgirl going to get on the road again in ATS? I think she is, Maddie. I think she is. Bring some wet wipes with you. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. My point is that you need the wet wipe. You shouldn't have to have wet wipes to have a snack. That's just my opinion. Oh, man. Kansas City Center's on. DC Center's on. It's everybody around us. We're getting ready to come into Atlanta Center. They have only just in the last 6 years brought out better breathing protection for us volunteers. Unfortunately, my lungs have suffered the mild permanent scarring on them. Oh, man, that's not good, bro. That's not good at all. Yeah, I'm glad they got better breathing protection, but what did you guys have before? That you did, I mean, you had to use something. I mean, you're not going into fires without breathing protection. You got a natural sink right in your face for your hands. What? This is your excuse for eating crap on the road. That's a potential. Over my sticky fingers. Better have a burger. That's exactly it, Hawks Girl. You got it. That's exactly it. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to hear her reactions while she's driving. You should turn the mic on and... Oh, she'll... I tried to get her to stream. She's like, I look like crap. I don't... You know, she gave me a whole bunch of excuses why not to. P2 dust masks. You guys use P2 dust masks to go inside of fires? That's crazy. She's going to stream. She's going to stream. %, Joe. 100%. Two-handed burgers are the only burgers out there. We don't do structural as volunteers, just bush grass. Oh, okay. I got you. I thought, all right, that makes sense. I was gonna say, if you're doing structural firefighting in a dust mask, I got my hats off to you, because that's crazy. Dust masks do not filter cyanide, by the way. She could just use the microphone and record the gameplay? Nah. She's going to be on. She'll be on. She'll have a face cam. That emoji that you have is hilarious, Joe. You know it's been a good day at work when you need to charge your phone. Yeah. Doozy, did you hear my hot take or no? It was pretty funny. Yeah. No, I hear you, Oz. Yeah. I hear you. No, sorry, people need saving. My hot take of the day was that apples are not snack food. They get your hands all sticky. And Aussie Firefighter 89, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. I don't know why that alert didn't come through. Did it come through? There it is. Thanks for the follow, Oz. Maddie, I need to be able to control my reactions first. I might get banned for potty mouth. Nice. No, I really want to hear her stream if she's going to be potty mouth. Yeah, that's perfect for truck driving stream. She will curse like a truck driver, too. At one point, she was cracking up so bad she almost crashed into a mountain. She was literally doubled over laughing and could not drive. She was crying. My daughter was taking her tears away with toilet paper. She was crying, laughing so hard. It was hilarious. Well, glad you have that opinion. Happier to tell you how wrong you are. Well, you don't like anything I like, so I'm really not concerned with you. Got to retire to do that, Oss. I hadn't slept through a full night in a long time. That was one of the best things that happened with me retiring, was not having to worry about ever getting up for a tone, an alert tone again. It was one of the best things that I've... Apples are the best snack. You bring one every day to work. Well, you can bring them to work, but my point is you can't, like, drive a car with an apple. You can't... You actually almost... To have an apple, you have to cut it up so it can be, like, finger food. And even then, it still gets your hands sticky. And you really can't be doing anything until you wash your hands. And that's my point, is like, it's not a convenient snack food. If you would properly lick your apples, maybe you wouldn't have a sticky hand problem. I see, now that's your thing. That's your weirdness. Like, you do that stuff. That's like very early in our relationship. I knew she was weird because she just hauled off and licked an apple once. And it went right on FaceTime. And I was like, what just happened right there? My head normally turns on and says, wake up. Oh, I got you. If you didn't eat an apple like a monster, it would be less of a mess. I would argue to say that if you're eating an apple that's not juicy and it's a dry apple that doesn't get you sticky, what in the hell are you eating that apple for? Because it's terrible. That's my solution on it. Better lick an apple than a banana. Nice kitten. Good point. Buy a little pack of those individual wet wipes, and you will be able to eat apples, chips, burgers, fries, etc. Problem solved. Good. That's a good solution. It's not a terrible solution. That's a great way to get a burger on the road, for sure. Don't have to worry about napkins. I found out where all my coffee filters are going too, by the way. I was wondering why I have to buy so many of them. It's because Hawks Girl thinks they're paper plates. I got a pile of apples in the coveted coffee ground. Perfect snack food is the banana. You're not wrong, Maddie. It's not bad either. To be fair, she's saving money. I've already bought the plates. I've bought the plates. We're not saving money. It's not like we throw the plates away. What kind of heathen are you? You have your own plates that you buy your plates and you throw them away when you're done? Just wash them, bro. I wear gloves in my paid employment to cut apples the amount. What's this? I have this left. Brings me a paper plate like I got, that's all I have left. Wash the paper plates? No, don't use paper plates. Just use a plate. To be fair, she's saving money. It's a snack container and it's biodegradable. Use paper plates in the fire pit. Yeah, we do that. We do that back in our Tennessee house. My fire pit here is it's the balcony. They frown upon that. People call the fire department. Big thing. They show up in force. It's a bad deal. When I have people over for a barbecue, there ain't no way I'm using regular plates. No, me either. I just stop. I don't invite people over. That's really how we deal with that. I use plates on special occasions. Other than that, it's bowls and napkins. Yeah, you and I'm mainly screwing around here. I actually use my glass plates all the time at home. But yeah, when people are over, paper plates it is. I cannot believe the one day I decide not to fly into Nashville, and they have ground departure. They're like pretty well staffed, but nice to see a fellow bald guy. Well, no problem, man. Yesterday I looked like a hippie, or last stream I looked like a hippie. I had to shave my head yesterday for this presentation. Paper towel junkie. I am too, bro. Like I go through probably 50. I go through probably a roll of paper towels every 2 days. Maddie says if you're only putting an apple on a paper plate, you can reuse that plate for something else. Not wrong. Not wrong. And I typically do. Apparently being bald makes us look 30 years older. I don't know, man. If you saw me with hair, you probably wouldn't think so. I look like I'm about 60 if I have if I let my hair attempt to grow my hair out. At least when I'm bald, I have a shot at looking under 55-ish. But real question, do you get the fancy paper plates that are plastic or the budget foam plates? I don't get the foam. I get paper plates, but I wouldn't call them fancy. They're not like crazy designs or anything like that, like the decorative or anything like that. They're just paper plates. I will say this, I do get the sturdy the paper plates that are thicker. I like my paper plates. Like my paper plates to not like bend if I put a burger on it. I don't want to have to hold the burger through the plate. I like there to be a little bit of rigidity there. Bald men are fire. Nice. Oh, this guy goes to the store and gets the Dixie brand. The kids at my workplace say, are you 50? That's funny. That is funny. Well, that's just because, I don't know if you've seen the kids today with their haircuts. They look like, I don't even know what the heck the deal is with the kids' hair now. I don't even know what they're trying to do. I have no clue what they're trying to portray. They look like Carrot Top with various shades of hair. Like, I don't even understand what the deal is. Peeps need haircuts. They look like llamas and broccoli. Yes. Yes, they do. The dudes nowadays that are like 14 or 13 to 18, I just don't understand the look. I don't get it. Need to see Nate with a perm. Yeah. Nate has never had hair that... I have not had hair, since I was 18 years old, probably before that. I shaved my head for wrestling in high school, like down to the number 2 setting. And a buzz cut for wrestling in high school, and that was 1991. And I have never had hair longer than that since then. Occasionally it might grow a little bit longer than that, but not much. Basically, what you guys saw last week on stream, that's about as much hair as I've had in probably 30 years. It's just it's just the way I've been. I had, and even as a kid, I had like it was short. It was a shortcut. Actually, hang on. I might be able to. I might have a couple of pictures back in the day. We got some time here. We got 250 or so miles. Let me see if I have any. I don't remember what computer these are on. I think they're actually on this rig, because I scanned a whole bunch of family pictures back for my mom and dad's 50th anniversary. I scanned a whole bunch of family pictures in. Put your afro in Discord, doozy. Every generation has weird hairstyles. That is true. You can grow out an afro? That's hilarious. You got to put that in. Do I use bald guy head polish? I do not. I straight razor with a Mach 3 razor. I straight razor my head, and then my beard. When I have my beard, I kind of fade that in with the clippers, and then I trim up my face and my neck, and then I'm all done. But it was treacherous. Yeah, no, I don't do the polish, the polish thing. I'm back when I was working, I used to shave my face and my head every other day, if not more. And but yeah, I stopped when I retired. I actually had a pretty good beard going for a little while, and then I had to get rid of the beard for about 8 or 9 months, and I'm just now I'm growing it back. But the beard is coming back. You guys saw the beard around this time last year, actually, is when the beard had to go. But all right, Maddie, sounds good, man. Yeah, this time last year the beard had to go, and it's gonna make a comeback here. I'm gonna see if I can find this. I think they're on my Google Drive, is what it is. I will see what I can do. I am almost positive. I think I just saw him yesterday because I was looking for pictures for like my old school stuff. Gonna try to get back to sleep. All right, Oz. Thanks again for coming in. Thanks for the conversation and for chilling and for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Enjoy. Be safe, and I will see you guys. See you when you come back. I appreciate you coming in. Don't forget, Oz, if you're around and you're in Discord, join the Discord if you want. We do. If we're not streaming, you can always get me in there. Got a little bit of. There we go. Let's see. There'll be some pictures in here. That's probably about as long as my hair ever got, right there. That's my brother with his dumb look on his face. That's still there, by the way, the dumb look. And then my sister. Smelly around? Smelly, are you here? Yeah, that right there. That's about as long. That's about as long as it ever got. Tell my dad was really happy to be in this picture right here. Look at Discord. All right. Where is it? Oh, you DM'd it. Bro. It actually doesn't look that bad. It's that's some wild ass hair, but it doesn't actually look that bad, to be honest. You actually look like all of the kids now, believe it or not. I don't want to hear any judgments. That's funny. You want me to show it on stream? Or no? I don't have to. I don't want to hear any judgments, he says. That's what the whole thing. We've been judging each other all day long. I'm trying to find a. I don't care. I just it wouldn't let you put it in the channel. What channel? In the Discord channel, like in IRL pics or something like that. You couldn't do that. That's weird. Oh, file was too big. Oh, all right. Look at this guy. There's Doozy. Definitely got himself an afro, that's for sure. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing, dudes. DCS put on an update today? Did I just see that? They did. Cold War sale is coming to a close. All right, we're directly over Atlanta right now. I'm going to do one more picture here of my own self. Trying to find one of the ones that I scanned. I think I got it. Yeah, it's right here. So it's my dad took this of all of us, and yeah, for my mom, for when she developed the photos. I'm the bartender serving all the kids beer with my dad. Yeah, funny stuff. But yeah, that's about as long as my hair ever got right there. My brother's so proud. Hey, let's do it. Bush apple in the trunk. Oh boy. I think my dad is probably my age there. Nah, he's probably younger, because I'm probably about 10. If I had to guess, my sister's maybe 5 or 6. So I'm probably about 10. So my dad would have been probably about 30, 32 there. Yeah, he's 70 something now, 70 and change. I feel like we always have, yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do. All right, let me get, I want to get the CTAF frequency for KSFB. SFB? Is that where we're going? Yes. It's a good thing the pilot knows where we're flying, or the plane knows where we're flying. Pilot sure the hell doesn't. CTAF is 120.3. You missed Doozy's afro? How did you not? Hang on a second. Let's get this. I don't know how you missed that. There you go. You had to work? Oh, stop. Everybody's got to work. I got to work. I got to work. Just retire. All right. Is my husband telling me to retire? Perhaps. Had to crop it. You should see the trunk. What the trunk? What was it? Oh, what was in the trunk? Oh, the bush apple. I got you. Trauma. What's going on, man? Welcome in. This guy has jokes. I did bring my best ones today. Welcome in. Oh, good. Phoenix and weather and all the things are all jacking around. It's good. Hopefully it doesn't knock my autopilot out and we go plummeting to the earth over Atlanta. That would not be good. Whoa, yeah. I think by the time we get down, yeah, it's going to be... There is some ATC up, but not around us, unfortunately. What are you up to today, Trauma? How's the early start to your weekend going? And we're about 240 miles from top of descent. flying down to Florida. Florida. So far, so good about the place in paramedic sim. Nice. How is that? I didn't know that was a thing. SR, fight for your right. I think Hawksgirl, try exclamation point SSR. I think the when Songify updated, I think it changed the code on me. Sir, huh? All right. Fair enough. Would you rather have an insanely busy shift at work or an easy day that goes slow? Doozy, it really depends on my mood. There were days that I went to work and I wanted to be running around. Like, I really, like, that's what I wanted. I wanted 2 fires, 3 fires. I wanted to, be running around all day long. I wanted, especially if I was, like, driving, because I enjoyed driving the rig on a lot of stuff. And or everywhere, all over the Bronx or Upper Manhattan, but and even though when I was on the back and I was running into the being the first one in the door, I even then I enjoyed it. But there were some days where I was just like, I am out. I don't want to do a damn thing. Let's go get the meal, let's cook it, and let's chill. But so far, the game is holding up good, and the AI could use some work. Gotcha, Trauma. Gotcha. Is that on Steam, Trauma? Maddie, I did an Indianapolis to Orlando yesterday, Allegiant on 2020. Nice, Maddie. How'd it go? Time is taking insanely long today. It's quite miserable. Yeah, at least you have the stream. True. True. I do try to stream. I mean, when Doozy says he's going to work, I do make it and Joe too, I do try to make it a point to try to get on, unless I have something that I just cannot jump onto the stream for. I do try to get on, so you guys do have something to work. I know, like, sometimes the days during the week, there's very, very little, very, very little in the followers list that are streaming. So. Give me a case, Trauma. Let me try to do some work. Nice. I got Trauma and Doozy. Doozy's going to be a doctor. Trauma's a medic. Trauma, you're a medic, right? Or are you a medic? Or? Oh, you're not. Okay, I got you. I, for some reason, thought you were. I did okay. If you really want to know how it went, go watch the video on Twitch or YouTube. All right, very good. Why did my other thumbnail did not update? I don't know why. Fixed it now. Any desire to be Trauma, or the name just kind of fitting? Nice. Lieutenant Bob, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for the heads up there, Kit. Appreciate it. Should fly tonight. You'll get some ATC. I'm gonna try. My daughter's thing is from 7 to 8:30, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Basically, I got to get her from school. I got to get her home. We got to get her fed. We got to get her to her confirmation practice. I got to pick her up at 8:30. That's not going to leave a lot of time for flying tonight. So, no, you greeted Lieutenant Bob, and I did not see him come in, and I saw your greeting to him, and went back and looked and saw Lieutenant Bob came in, and I appreciate that heads up. That's all I was saying. There was a time you were thinking about it, but it's a stressful job. It is definitely a stressful job, Trauma, without question. Thank you, dear. I didn't even hit the flight attendant call button, for crying out loud. A sandwich and a brownie appeared. Yeah, good crew. Good crew. Good cup. Yeah, dude. I was talking about it a little bit. I know you're in and out because of work, but yeah, that's she's got stuff going on. So yeah, that was kind of the way I was with the fire service too. Is I knew it was stressful, but I knew I could manage it, and that's the reason why I got into that job. Is because I wanted the high intensity adrenaline, crazy stuff, and you know, so much so that I went to the craziest place on the planet to do it, and that's what I wanted to do. What about you, Doozy? Are you like to answer your question, or to ask you your question back to you? Do you like busy days at work, or do you like the chill days? Because I know that could go both ways. You want to sit down and watch a stream or hang out and whatever, and then all of a sudden, you know, all hell's breaking loose. It's definitely it's an issue. Guys, I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick before we hit our top of descent. I'll be right back. Autopilot. All right. Cruel One. You welcome back in here, and I just popped in. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. Been a subscriber for 2 months. Welcome in, Cruel. How are you? I missed that. That must have just happened while I ducked out. It says he'd been subscribed for 3 months, and then 2. Maddie sends me to Jesus. How you been, Cruel One? You flying DCS lately? Stealth sub. This job I have now, I enjoy the chill days. This doctor, I think I'll enjoy the busy days, at least in the beginning. Yeah. No, I hear you. All right, I got 180 miles to eat my sandwich. Paper plate, Doozy. Paper plate. I'm surprised it didn't come on a coffee filter, honestly. Good, and no, your little one isn't trusted around my setup, so I rarely get to drag it out. Yeah, I hear you, Cruel. I hear you. I haven't been back in DCS World in a long time. It's one of the things that I want to do. I've been having so much fun in the civilian flight sim stuff. I just haven't jumped back in. But Trauma says he can go for some pizza. That would be good. Doozy, I'm starving. Well, I'm sorry, man. I got to eat my chicken sandwich. Push lunch off as far as possible to make it. Yes, I used to do that too. Used to do that all the time at the airport. I would push my lunch out as long, even to the end, the last half hour of the day. I would push that out as far as I could just to have that break. Yeah, 8 hours, 3.5 after lunch. That's not a bad move. Yep. Nice. I still don't know what the heck is going on with that webhook for the flights for Wolf Air. No idea. Doozy, yeah, it went well. I did spend all of Wednesday making the PowerPoint. It did take all of Wednesday with some running around and the other stuff that we had to do, but and a little bit of the weekend in Tennessee. I started building it and doing the outline, but yeah, it went real well. I actually had way more slides than what I needed. There were 5 or 6 25-minute presentations with 20 to 25 kids in each class, and went real well. Got some good questions. Kids were, some kids genuinely interested. Others just kind of filling time slots, but I think they had a good time. At least got some info. I threw some pretty crazy videos and stuff like that in there to kind of keep the interest. That's another thing I can actually probably just show you guys how I did it. Stand by. We have a little bit of time before we get there. So I basically, this is what it was. You got the careful not to dox on pay grades. Yeah, good call. Let me double check here if there's anything that. Just want to make sure. Yeah, good call. Have to make sure Preeps are still living. Be back in about an hour. I was getting ready to show you the damn the thing. What are you doing, man? All right, we'll do this. Whoop. Put this over here. So this was the slideshow, real quick. Basically started off just, you know, title show. I have about 10 minutes. Yeah, no sweat. Yeah, I just kind of went through it, and then I started off with this video here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this, but I'm going to just kind of speed through it. Couple videos from Brian FDNY actually here. This is not Brian. Kind of showed him what it looks like inside a burning building, and when the apartment's on fire. Inside the, you know, what we see when we're in the hallway. This is just before we force the door and we get inside. Again, fires on the outside. I took some of, grabbed some videos from a few different people. This is FD Response Videos. Great guy, covers the FDNY. Phenomenal. Go check him out if you haven't seen it. I haven't seen him, but you know, I just went through a whole bunch of different stuff about, you know, how things look when we go into fires. Here's inside, top of the stairs, just before we charge the line. And then a couple of the videos that we've seen in the past is me pulling apart. And basically that we turn into a demolition crew. And then, of course, we have the one that hit the news pretty heavy here. This was a lithium-ion battery fire on the 32nd floor, I believe, or 28th floor, where they did 3 different roof rope rescues. These guys rappelled out of the floor above to pull these people out. You know, just basically saying that we do some crazy stuff. And then I pointed out that the cops running away from the fire here. I love doing that. I have no problem with cops. That's just that was a perfect picture to kind of poke. So yeah, just a little bit about me. This is back my brother's fire academy class. When I was a 911 dispatcher, when I became part-time, what departments I worked on, my New York City test. Took the test in '98 at 20. Waited 5 years to get hired. This was my my squad. One of 12 or 14 squads. We had 313 firefighters in our class, and this was just my 28 firefighter squad. Assigned to Engine 68 in the Bronx near Yankee Stadium. Transferred to 49. Retired at 20 years. Then I went in and on what school?
Oh man!
You know, gravity. Basically went over to gravity. You know, laws of gravity and science. You know, pay attention in science. You know, all buildings are always wanting to fall down and become one with the ground, and the fire only accelerates that, and things like that.
Oh man!
Not my cup of tea. Heights and I don't get along, but that's a boat truss building, so that thing is always falling down. They fall down all the time. So I talk about science there. Smoke and flow paths. This is just a slowed down version. You can see the smoke actually drawing in So we know this room's on fire, clearly. This is actually a door frame. Never trust a truss is right. And then you can see the smoke drawing in, so you know that there's a main body of fire is still down this hallway, even though you darken this down. You know that, you know, and science tells us that, flow paths tell us that, and you know, the heat smoke path travel. And then I use this video where this room lights up, and it's just talking about heat and fire travel throughout buildings that are on fire. And, you know, how he had no shot at getting in that door, and he likely knew that as soon as he popped that window. Pay attention to chemistry. I gave him the definition of fire, which is a straight-up chemistry definition, and essentially tell him that, by definition, we arrive to interrupt the violent chemical chain reaction of fire, and that's how we do it. Basically putting water on the fire to lower its ignition point, or lower it below its ignition point, and that's how the fire goes out. And went through all that. And then I gave him all these points that come up constantly over your career, and that's not even counting hazmat. This was a training thing we did out in Iowa. Went into, very briefly, this is my only slide on EMS. You know, must be an expert in circulatory, musculoskeletal, respiratory, nervous system, understanding the human body and all that stuff. Yep, that's you. Pay attention in biology. You know, basically you have to be an expert in all that stuff to be a good medic. Pay attention in math. These guys are always doing math under crazy circumstances. Estimating the stretch is always math. How many hose lengths of 50 feet that we have to estimate to get to the floor that's on fire, or the room that's on fire on a particular floor. And you have to do that math under crazy conditions. Estimating lengths of ladders. I went over how every time you put a ladder on the building, it's essentially doing a Pythagorean theory math program, or a math problem. Obviously, it's not that complicated at fires. We just throw the ladder to the wind, but you have to, I mean, until you get that experience of knowing which ladder goes where, it is a little bit of a math problem to figure out how much distance between the building and the ladder for the best climbing angle to get up to the objective, which could be getting into a window or getting a kid out of a window. And then identifying patterns in buildings. English and communication skills.
77 to box 4723, smoke showing.
I basically went over how I just told the dispatcher that there was a fire on the 32nd floor, and then he came back and told me that there was a blind occupant in 32 Alpha. So he's going to...
Ladder 49.
Ladder 49, we got a blind occupant in apartment 32 Adams. They smell smoke.
And then I went over about how my communication skills, telling my guys that are inside that building, I need to be able to articulate to them exactly what was told to me, and that there's somebody trapped in that apartment. So, and then, again, we've seen this video where the ceiling collapsed and the guys were trapped in the rear. You'll hear a mayday here, where the guys on the inside behind this collapse, where they were able to articulate well. He says it right now, mayday, mayday, mayday. So what he said was we had a ceiling collapse in the first floor, and we have guys trapped in the rear, which allowed the chief to then send the fast truck, or the guys who were in charge of assisting the guys who were in a jam. They were able to get help, and everybody was fine. So yeah, I went through that, and then promotional tests and interviews, public education presentations. I wouldn't have been able to stand in front of that class without a little bit of public speaking experience, or public speaking in English. I wouldn't be able to do that without looking like a clown. So let me blow through this real quick, because these we already saw. And the good, we're always helping people on their worst days. Adrenaline-packed and fast-paced. Extremely rewarding and fulfilling, lifelong friends and brotherhood, sisterhood. It's a team sport, and then great pay and benefits, which 20 years ago, when I said this, 20 years ago, you would have never been able to say that. But, and then the bad, we have to work in all types of weather, sleep deprivation, high stress, mentally taxing, 24-hour shifts away from home and family, missing holiday events and family events. That picture was taken on Christmas Eve many years ago, when I was driving around the Bronx on a fire truck and not at home with my family. And then the ugly. You can get killed, you're definitely going to get hurt, you're going to get killed, or you're definitely going to get hurt at some point in your career. You're more than likely not going to get killed, but you can. long-term health problems of various cancers, lung issues, and mental possible mental toll, long-term mental toll, and PTSD. And then I used my heart attack as a 6 months after I retire, I had a heart attack, and I used that. Then we went into how much money you can make and all that. And what else? Where do I start? I showed him where to start, showed him how to get there, and then basically ended it with be the firefighter that you want showing up to your emergency, and gave him some resources to see, and that was the gist of it. It was, nothing crazy, but hopefully it answered some questions for people. Thanks, dudes. Thanks, Ibanez. It worked out. I think it went well. I had some kids come up and ask me, about career paths and stuff. So. Thanks, Busty. How are you, man? Welcome in. Yo, guys, if you haven't checked out Busty in Discord, he has thrown together some really, really cool Planet Coaster rides and thrown them into the strategy, basically city building and RTS games. And he has done some phenomenal, really, really well done roller coaster builds on Planet Coaster. Yeah, done some really nice. I would like to see your Planet Zoo stuff, Busty. If you've ever done, if you're building roller coasters like that, I would love to see some of the zoo stuff you could do. And a little sleeper fact: Busty also has a YouTube channel that you should check out. His videos are posted on there with the links, and he's got a channel that you could check out. He's probably going to be doing some ATS, I would assume, and but some of the Planet Coaster stuff is very impressive. We are on our arrival here. I should probably be paying attention to where we got to be. Be down to 2,000 at Worms. Yeah. How you been, Busty? Glad to see you, man. So the brownies that the wife made last night were freaking amazing. It's really just black bean and protein powder with some other stuff she threw in there, but they're actually pretty good. Healthy brownies. Good stuff. Somewhat healthy brownies. I gotta get the destination data in here. QNH 29903. Temperature down there is 32. Wind is 160 at 8. And our minimums is 250, 249. Gonna go flaps full, and we should be set. You can see the windshield anti-ice working in the CJ3. That's cool. Are you doing a whole park, Busty, or are you doing build like separate builds on different maps that are never going to integrate with each other? Or are you doing like an actual park? I did a Planet Zoo series for a while on my strategy and sim channel that I've since I may pretty much shut it down, but I enjoyed Planet Zoo a lot. It's very much like City Skylines. It's just once you get into that game, as you know right now, you get attached to it and you're there. You don't want to play anything else until you get to a certain point that never happens in your park. And on your way to that point, you hit about 7 side quests. That's awesome, man. Did you play Planet Coaster 1? If those were your first 2 parks, bro, you need to start a YouTube channel right now and do those and start seriously thinking about putting those videos out. Levitech's predictions have started. We're about 150 miles away from the airport. Feel free to drop your predictions in. Yeah, I made 1 park after I subbed to their thing for a month to get all the DLCs. Awesome. First game, no kidding, bro. That's great. Well done. What was I doing over here? Forget. We have a discon here? We do. Thought I fixed that discon. Maybe I fixed it and we had to restart it. Thank you for the prediction, guys. CTAF frequency. ETA. What's our ETA? $1807. 1827. Alrighty. just sent out, I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but I saw that somebody else did, KLM 1199 on 122.80, descending via Buzz 5, and so I just did the same thing. I don't know if that's customary or not, but that's what I did. So I did Allegiant 628 descending via Shrek 2 from Big D into KSFB, RNAV, runway 18, ETA 1827. So should be no surprise. I don't know. Thank you, dear. So you don't have to do that, Ibanez? People that use that chat are only people that have no mic to transmit. Okay, all right, cool. Or too shy. Gotcha. Rome Flies, thanks for the prediction. Captain Aviation. Or that. Posture check. Word. Thank you. Either way, so you don't have to do it. So do you announce it on Unicom, Ibanez, or do you just leave it be? There is really, this Shrek 2 RNAV arrival gives you really no information whatsoever. Usually announce about 15 to 20 miles out from the airport. Okay, so when you go to CTAF, that's your first announcement, or do you announce it on Unicom? Check our, I don't know if there's anybody around us or not. Doesn't look like it. I usually do one announcement on Unicom to let people know in the area, and then I'll switch off. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, I got, according to the VATSIM radar, or VAT glasses, VATSIM radar, I don't have anybody around me anyway. Nearest people are Lakeland and down by Tampa. So I'll do my call-outs just to do it, but very good. Thank you for the advice. Did you? I missed what you said before, Joe. Did you actually get to? Did you actually get to work today, or were you still feeling like absolute crap and took another day? Yeah, you can in Navigraph too. You can, I mean, Volanta, Navigraph. You can see all the people on VATSIM. I just choose to keep it separate because I don't want all of those things showing the exact same thing and eating up processing power. So I just do it off of VATSIM. Feel good enough to be at work today, so you're here. Gotcha. Had company stop in. Great presentation. Thanks, man. Yeah, no sweat, Lieutenant Bob. All right, we're about 50 miles out from the airport here. To 21,000 feet, descending through 21,000 now. I saw yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Tony was in a helicopter. Sid Squadron was in a helicopter. I think I might have to jump into helicopters in this thing, man. He looked like he was having a blast in that. And I might, you know, if we have some time, maybe we'll just for the first time jump into a helicopter. I've never ever flown a helicopter in this sim. I've never even logged into one, to be honest with you. I don't know what the free helicopters are. I have no clue at all. I don't know how to start them. I don't know anything about them. The only helicopter I've ever flown in any sim is the Apache in DCS World and the Black Hawk. I have flown the Black Hawk in DCS World, but yeah, it was. So maybe I mean we have a little bit of time. Maybe we'll like jump down to like South America or Hawaii or something silly, and we'll go see a place we've never really seen before. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to go here. All right. 2993 is what we're looking at. Let's tighten this down a little bit. That'll be 2000 at Gopke or Gopsy. Yeah, I cringe. It's going to be like DCS World again, where you guys literally watched me how I learned how to fly the Hornet from literally day one, and all of the follies. If that is what's going to, if I get into a helicopter following this flight, that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be ridiculous, and I'll be spinning out of control. It'll be silly. I don't have any controls set up for it at all. Yeah, I don't know even what to expect, and I'm cringing at the fact that I'm even thinking about doing this on stream, to be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes. I will have about an hour to kill, but not enough for another flight. It won't even be an hour. It'll probably be about 40 minutes, but it won't be enough for a full flight by any means. So I'm not going to track it or anything like that in Volanta or any. It's not going to mean anything for the career series or anything. But tell you, flying helicopters on FS Economy might be worth a few bucks here and there. Alrighty. Okay. Hey. Oh, I gotta get the Milton out. Okay. I know who did that. Oh boy. They eat no fuel? Oh, that's not good. Alright, we're about 20 miles out from our fix of worms. This thing's starting to slow down to 250. We're getting ready to hit 10,000. I don't want to get dinged for being too fast. Let's do our arrival perf. Dry, METAR, apply, runway 18, 121.6, we're landing with 6.9 right now, so we're going to lose 200 pounds, so we'll call it 121.4. Whoa! So we need some auto brake. Medium auto brake is what we need. Good to know. All right. Orlando Sanford traffic, Allegiant 628. We're about 30 miles northwest of the airport. Coming in RNAV, runway 18 arrival into Sanford for Sanford traffic. Got marble-sized hail? Really? We need a red stapler stat. Exactly. That way you know exactly how, you'll know exactly how to or how not to fly. Yes, yes. 100% that. I think I'm going to dump us down to about 220 here, just to give us some, a little bit of time to get down. All right, over to CTAF. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come on. Wing light on. Nose wheeled. And we're going to put it there and there. I get down to 2,000 feet here. Orlando Sanford traffic, Allegiant 628. We're passing Worms on the RNAV runway 18 arrival, Sanford traffic. Come on. We don't want to be going that fast. Spoilers are out. I was trying to avoid coming in so damn fast. I'm definitely going to get dinged on. So I'm pressing down to make the aircraft bring it down. I mean, we're obviously down at a high. Whoa, lightning. Is that actually... We're way too fast right now. And we're supposed to be at 2,000 feet. What's up, Josh? Welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Seems like we're way too high right now. And fast. Sanford traffic, we're on a 10-mile final. Allegiant 628's on a 10-mile final, runway 18. I'm way behind the airplane right now. We're supposed to be at 1,600 feet right now. The spoilers are out. Gear down. My aircraft.
1,000.
Think rate.
500.
Too low. Terrain.
What? We're good.
Too low. Terrain.
Cut the stuff. You're just coming in way too quick.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Think rate. Pull up. Pull up.
Stop.
Too low. Terrain.
Retard. 5. Retard.
It was hard, but I've had worse. Our ground spoilers also did not deploy. Definitely not going to get our points for that. I don't know. We were way behind on that whole thing. I should have went around and just reconfigured it all, but Rome flies, yeah. No, I didn't. It was not none. It was just 2. I was going too fast to deploy them. It was gonna be ridiculous, but calm down back there. Yeah, exactly. They're fine. I think I've had harder landings in real life than that. What's up, Chatty? How are you, man? Welcome in. Josh, how you doing, man? Welcome back. I appreciate you coming back. Hope you're well. Let's go ahead and get this thing squared away. This was that was not my. I was severely distracted the whole for that whole pretty much that whole approach. But 420 or 433 is what they gave me on landing rate manager. I'm not really happy with that, to be honest. All right, I would go ahead and get my spoilers disarmed, but I never did arm them because I was trying to get them to slow down. The plane would not slow down to save. I could not figure out how to slow the plane down. It would not do it. I had 220 set in this thing the entire time. I was pressing down. It wouldn't do it. It kept. I think I started my descent a little too late, so my descent was too steep to try to keep the plane speed managed, and it basically caused me to come in way too early. Basically. I didn't hit my altitude either, so that ended up having to have me caused to be a little steeper than I wanted to be, which again increases the speed. Certainly an issue. Silver Dollar City, very good. All right, good news is we're down safely-ish, and we're taxiing in. I'm curious to see what a Levitex gave me a what? 427? But I didn't even get a chance to do my call outs. Thank God nobody was around. I was trying to dodge or trying to figure out how to get the planes slowed down. Orlando Sanford traffic. Allegiant 628 is taxiing to gate number 3 via Kilo and Charlie to the gates. You're going to Orlando tomorrow? Or you're going to Silver Dollar City tomorrow. Gotcha. Nice. Like I said, that was not. I've absolutely had worse approaches, but that was not good. It is thunderstorming with a blue sky with light clouds in Orlando right now. I don't even know what my speed was coming in. I guess we'll find out, but it was way too. My approach speed was supposed to be 141, and I think it was probably 160. I was getting sync rate notifications. Too low terrain. Like, some of the stuff wasn't really making sense, but I didn't feel that I was that low. But it's certainly not going to be a perfect flight in a pilot's life. That's for damn sure. Exactly.
This baby hit 38 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
Pretty nuts. Not good. I wish I had time to redeem myself in another flight, but I really don't. We used every bit of that runway, too. So we'll taxi to parking. We'll do a little debrief on how terrible that landing actually was, and we will go from there. I can never, like, this airplane, the A320, I'm either, like, very high or it's, like, a perfect landing. There is no in-between, and it really jacks with my, landing rate average. It's, like, it's insane. It's always been like that, too, in the A320 for me. I don't even want to look back at that to see how bad it was. You all right out there? So our gate's going to be this first little concourse. Maddie, you're not supposed to, but it might have been picked up through the microphone. I don't know if it was. Are the blurps playing on YouTube? To be honest, I don't even see. There's supposed to be gates right over here, but they're not there, so I guess we're going over here. No idea what's going on with these jetways over here, but we're just gonna slide right over. Slide it over. Perfect. Perfect. This whole flight's been a comedy of silliness anyway, so. Alright, parking brake is set. Beacon light stays on for a second. Taxi light can come off. Engine number 2. And beacon light can now come off. Phoenix, let's go over over here. We want Phoenix Ground Services, GPU on. Chocks and cones are on. Let's open our doors. And we'll have GSX bring the jetway over.
The boarding requested.
I got you, Maddie. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll look into it. All right, feet can come off the brakes. And we're set. These guys are going to do their thing. And we'll go from there.
Passengers, the boarding started.
I don't even want to look at this, to be honest. I mean, the flight went really well. The track was good. It was we were just way too fast for the landing. They don't really have a minus 427 at 160. We were 20 knots over what we were supposed to be on, and honestly, I don't even know if they land airliners on that runway, to be honest with you. I have no idea, but that's what they gave us for an arrival, so who knows? But yeah, it's 427 is what we got in a Levitex. And in Volanta, should be able to see the runway markers a little bit better here. I don't know. Yeah, that's the touchdown zone. I didn't think we were that long. We were just way too fast. And honestly, we were center line, and the G's were only 1.03. I've had much lower landing rates of minus 433 with more G's. So, I mean, being that we came in that fast, I mean, it definitely could have been worse. And sim brief. I'm sorry. A pilot's life. We did complete the flight, so that's good. But I don't think we did it. Yeah, we had a maximum landing approach. We were way too fast on the approach, and then our landing rate, which actually I thought this is actually better than what I thought we were going to be. Much better than what I thought we were going to be. Pitch was 2, so we did get a flare in, which slowed us down for the landing, and got our. Oh, they gave us a 1.4. That's not good at all. Yeah, that means people basically weighed 1.5 times their body weight when they hit the ground. NG, no good. I'm going to feel that one. All right. Neither here nor there. We're going to go ahead and submit the flight. And our next flight is going to be, when we get back and do this again, it is going to be from here back up to, I believe it's to Indianapolis out of here. Unfortunately, we do not have time for that flight today. I have to go get my daughter in about 45 minutes. I have to go get her. Yeah, so it's going to be Orlando to Indy, where we hope we can do Indy a little bit better than what we did the last time. Let me disconnect from VATSIM. Those random lightning strikes, phenomenal. And we are good to go. All right, let's see what we got here. In the flight. Let's see what helicopters we have available. Airbus H125. What's a good spot? What do we want to see? Oh, you know what? It'll be fun, just for fun. This is going to be interesting. I have no controls, no camera views, and I've never, ever, ever once been in a helicopter before here. So we're gonna give it a look. Oh, what's up? What? All right, let's see here. That's the throttle. Our stick. How's our rudders looking? There's our rudders. All right. Cyclic. Oh boy. Let's get our cyclic. You know what? Before I do anything, my throttle, before I'm jack with this. Okay. This throttle. Helicopter controls. So let me duplicate this. And I'm going to call this helicopter. That way it doesn't jack it up. All right, let's go cyclic. Why would it not just, why would it? I didn't want it to have a new profile. They have a longitudinal axis on a cyclic? I don't think I knew that. All right, and we'll go throttle. Need throttle axis. All right, let's give it a whirl. You can't overwrite the standard config. Whoa, take it easy, guy. Where are we going? Getting framey. Real framey. All right, let's restart this. Why'd it get so framey? Oh, I think our throttle is, yeah, our throttle's reversed, I think. Wait a minute. Full throttle. Let's go this. Let's do helicopter throttle. Set helicopter throttle axis. This thing's like, it's already at full throttle. Oh, it's collective. That's why it was doing it. My bad. I set the wrong thing. Cyclic is not what I wanted here in the throttle. Let's get rid of that. I want collective. Collective axis. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, why is there a longitudinal axis on that? Because it's literally just an up and down lever. All right, let's see if this works. That sticks better. Collective is here. There we go. Throttle is looking better already. Let's go ahead and spin that up a little bit. Collective up. Oh boy. I think uh-oh. I think I have my my joystick is might be it might be reversed. Because I'm pulling back on that on the stick. It should not be going backwards. Like this is, the stick is neutral right now. Let's go over here by I-55. See what we can do over on the highway. This is my hometown, guys. There's the Aldi warehouse. I used to work in that factory right there. Helicopter flying. We're giving it a whirl, if you know what I mean. See what I did there, Trauma? It's the first time I've ever been in a helicopter in this sim. Fly over my parents' house I grew up in. Oh, they got the green school roof. I'll be dang. There's the high school I went to right over here, and then the grade school. All right, let's see. Slow some power out. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The football field's right here. Oh god. I'm gonna auto rotate here. Not good. Well, they put us back on track. Are you sure? It doesn't look back on track to me, guy. What the? Landing gear malfunction. Well, what malfunction? It seemed like it worked for me. We're fine. We're fine. Where the hell are we? Oh, we're over at the grade school now. Oh man, that's a little rough. I think the stick is maybe not. I was pulling back like it was an airplane. I think that's what it is. The controls weren't reversed. I was. Yeah, this is my hometown. So the Dwight Airport is right out here. DTG. That's where we took off from. Makes me want to get back in the Apache. Oh boy. It's rough. Why would I be going right? There we go. Now we got the rudder. Alright. A little bit of right stick. We're getting there. What's up, Life's Essentials? What's going on? Welcome in. Whoa, whoa. Right stick. Let's get some altitude here. I just got to figure out the hover and all that. It was an unplanned helicopter today. It was, all right, there we are hovering. All right. Let's see if we can set it down without dumping it on the ground like we have been. We did the one flight, which it worked out fine. We got there. I've had worse landings, but it really wasn't a great landing. But I don't have enough time for a full flight, so I just had a little brainstorm to jump into a little helicopter. I saw Tony Squadron was messing with helicopters the other day. He did a helicopter flight around Italy, I think it was, or Slovakia maybe. Whoa. And he was doing the helicopter flight, and I'm like, you know what, that'd be really cool, low level, just like chilling and trying to check things out. And I was like, yeah, I'll check a really cool spot out in the world. I'll go to the middle of Illinois and fly around some cornfields in a helicopter. Should be great. Hey, I put it down. Nice. I actually put it down. I took off and landed without smashing the rotor or smashing the helicopter. Let's see if I can do this. We'll get off here a little bit and see if we can take off in a stable hover here. Hang on. Where are you going? Really not a lot of stick input for much. What's up, Doozy? We finished our airline flight. We really don't have enough time. So I'm messing around with little helo ops. I think we're gonna fly. I think we have time to fly up to Chicago. Yeah, we're flying around my hometown, Doozy. That's where we're at. We're in my hometown in Illinois. I'll be honest with you, not bad at all. Doozy, I'm doing a hell of a lot better than I thought I was going to be doing. I'll put it that way. I've already visited and crashed at my high school. Not really, I don't know if this adjusts my trim or not. There's my grade school right there. My high school's got the green roof. Let's see if we can land on the ball field. Be landing at my parents' house is what we're gonna do. Intending to land a mile away, and we're gonna end up landing at my mom. That would be par for the course. My mom would be like, that figures. My eldest son has just showed up in a helicopter. Today you did your first ever cold and dark in the 737, and it took you over 2 hours. Yeah, that happens, man. And you know what? It just gets faster with time. You'll get it. Don't get discouraged with it or anything, you know. It does trim down. I mean, my A320 used to take me an hour to get going too, and to get the flight plan in and all that stuff. And now I could do it in 30 minutes when the sim's cooperating. All right, cool. Let's you know what? We're gonna go and we're gonna check out a cooler spot in the world here. But I actually, I would be more apt to jump into these things a little bit, I think. Pretty cool. This could be good. This could be good or bad. Oh. Bugs in the game made it even more interesting, I could imagine. All right, let's see what... Oh, my God. What the... Oh, dudes, that's a great idea, man. That is a great idea. What in the hell? We're not doing this. I'm definitely dying right away. Dudes, that's an awesome idea. Let's go ahead and do that. New York City Police Department? Oh, what the hell. Downtown Manhattan Heliport. This should be interesting. No, not airborne. There we go. This ought to be good. We'll see how this hits the frames. Is this cold and dark? I wonder if they have a... No, we're good. I gotta get the New York scenery if we're gonna do this. That's, Alright, let's see what we got here. There's the Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge. We're in the, I believe this is the South Street Seaport. That's the Brooklyn Bridge for sure. Manhattan Bridge is behind it. We'll do the river tour. I'll wait for the next stream. You hate helicopters? All right. Fair enough. You missed the airline. We were here. We were in the airline. A little bit more collective. Coming up on the East River here. We're going to fly up the East River. This would be the Williamsburg Bridge that's modeled very poorly. Midtown is on your left. That's Queens over here. Go land at the Fire Academy. Another group that won't be surprised that it's me showing up. Empire State Building. I have the stick peg pretty. Terrible rendition of the Queensboro Bridge there. That's Roosevelt Island. Not even doing anything 24. You're looking at career flights and walked away for a few minutes and the game crashed? Really? God. Terrible rendition of the Triborough Bridge. We're in the middle of the East River right now. This is like Hell's Gate. There's been a lot of like famous boat wrecks in this area. Coming up on the FDNY Fire Academy. We'll try to set it down in the parking lot. LaGuardia is right over there. Fire Academy's right here. This is all Fire Academy buildings. Right down there. You got a couple of them right. Rikers Island right there. Actually, Rikers is over there. Queens actually repelled for our high-angle rescue class. We repelled off of those smokestacks right there. Do some SayIntentions ops. I can't even fly the helicopter, let alone try to talk on the radio right now, Maddie. Oh, you mean yeah, I got you. Like, I got what you're saying. Those Sky Vector or Sky Ops or whatever it is. I hear you. Alright, let's put some rudder in. I would like to spin around, but it's not letting us do a turn. It's really not wanting to... And again, I'm sure it's the curves that I have for the controls. It's not really... acting appropriately because I don't know what to do with it. But this lady's like, I don't have a seatbelt, guy. What are you doing? Calm down. Cruise over by where I used to work. Maybe we'll land in Yankee Stadium. Project buildings. All right, let's slow it down here. Deegan Expressway. Doozy, I'm gonna have to get the city sceneries and do this again. There's Yankee Stadium, or what should be Yankee Stadium. This is High Bridge, the area I used to work in right here. That's Ogden Avenue. That's probably actually Woody Crest. This is Ogden over here by this major high-rise over here. Caitlin, welcome in, first-time chat. I'll read that in a second. That is an awful lot of stuff to read while I'm trying to fly this thing. Hang on a second. My firehouse is actually right there, next to that, on that corner right there. You know what? I always said I wanted to fly a helicopter to work one day. Let me actually try to do this. That building's a massive building. It's one of our. All right. Hold up. Hold up. Settle down. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Yo. I flew a helicopter to work, guys. My firehouse would be right here if I had photogrammetry. This parking lot actually exists. It's the school's playground. That school right there. But I don't have photogrammetry on. But the fact that I was actually able to land inside a city on the corner of my firehouse is pretty sick. Thank you, Hawks Girl. All right. Odd question. My dad is a New Orleans Fire Department firefighter. Gave me a spare radio with explicit instructions that you may listen but not transmit. I'm assuming the big button on the side of the radio is to transmit, but regardless, I only use the knobs to change the channel and change the volume. I'm on Fireground 2. Just heard there's smoke visible on the Alpha Delta side on the 48. Alpha Delta would be the front. So Alpha is the front. Delta is the right-hand side. That would be normally on the 48th Division. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. But smoke would be in the front right corner of the building, and Alpha Delta side. That's we didn't use Alpha Delta. We use 1, 2, 3, but that's how most of the country says that. I've never heard of the 48th Division though. I don't know what that means. In New York City, we use different wordage. Thank you, Caitlin. Appreciate it. Sick is right. Sick is right. So this is the neighborhood I used to work in. Kind of a poor rendition. I don't know how if I had photogrammetry on, I don't know how it would do. I'm gonna flip it on. I don't know if you have to restart when you do that. I got a few minutes here, so graphics. This is probably gonna jack me up for all of my other all of the other things, but and I don't know if you have to like. I don't know if those buildings auto like populate back in or not, but all right, let's see if we can get out of here without hitting a building. Hopefully that answered your question, Caitlin. And Bri, what's going on? You always wondered what was up there? Oh yeah, this is the school that's over on the school that's on University. It's their playground, and then they always it's actually a parking lot on the inside, but that is photogrammetry. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get out of here. We are embedded into the. Let's go throttle up, which I don't know that this is throttling anything right now. Take it easy. We got buildings around, guy. Take it easy. Yeah, summertime. Or actually 4th of July, Bri. This parking deck is loaded with fireworks from Pennsylvania. These guys, they shoot off stuff that I've not seen, except in like the towns that like actually do. What the hell is going on right now? I just like launched out of there like a rocket. What the heck is going on? That is not what I would call stable. We're flying over Washington Heights, and Harlem's down there, but we're over Washington Heights right now. No traffic on the cross Bronx and Deegan. Oh, nice rendition of the George Washington Bridge here. I guess it's actually, the cars are doing just fine. Just to make your understanding, Alpha Delta is the front right corner. It would be Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta, correct? Yes, that's how it works in most cases in the country, Caitlin. So Alpha Bravo. Bravo's the left side. Charlie is the right. I'm sorry. Charlie is the rear, and Delta is the right. And then in some cases, the front might not be the front. It's technically the incident command side is the front of the building in some places in the country. For me, where I used to work, the front was always the street side. Why did this thing get so wonky all of a sudden? Like I shot out of there like a rocket and I gained airspeed like crazy. Yeah, maybe wind. Could be. It looks like an ugly day. Is it like this, Bri? Is it this bad in visibility-wise in New York right now? Rainy and smoggy. Well, that'll do it. Kind of depicted the way it is here. So we're flying down the Hudson River now, and we're coming into Midtown. The aircraft carrier museum. Whoa! Cruise ships all come in here. What's up, Fly Plane? Welcome in. Down here you have the USS Independence aircraft carrier. That's a museum. I believe this is it right here. It is modeled, it looks like. Poorly, but it's there. Maybe not. That might just be a pier building. And we're flying down towards the Trade Center right now, passing Midtown. Freedom Tower's right there. Coming up, we'll be coming up around the end here. Statue of Liberty's off there on our right. Freedom Tower. Wall Street down there. Ellis Island. It's actually a cool spot there if you ever get out to New York. Staten Island is out that way. We're going to turn around though. It's actually depicted pretty well. I've never been to it either, Bri. Never been there myself. I think that you'll find that with most New Yorkers. Most New Yorkers have never been to the Statue of Liberty. I have been to Ellis Island, though. That's pretty cool. Highly recommend that. This is where the Staten Island Ferry comes in right here, Lower Manhattan. And then we actually took off from right here. We did a whole circle of the Bronx, Manhattan. And we took off from right there. South Street Seaport is right over here. That's a really cool spot to go check out if you're in New York City. We'll fly out by LaGuardia. There's the bridge. Main dispatch for the borough's 2 scene channels that work with radius. Also, the fireground channels, from your experience, does each battalion get its own dedicated channel, or are they just assigned first come, first serve? Yeah, Caitlin, you're talking for New Orleans. I don't know. That's very department specific. But Brian is answering you regarding New York City stuff. We had one fireground channel that the firefighters would operate on, and the lieutenants would operate on, and then if the chiefs needed a channel, they had command channels. But yeah, but that changes all over the country. It depends on where you're at, what city you're in. Chicago does it a different way than New York. New Orleans does it a different way than Chicago. You know, it's all what the, like, that seems like wonky flight mechanics right there. That doesn't seem like something that I did to make that occur. Unless I am, I don't know that I'm over speeding it. All right, this is the Cross Island Parkway, so LaGuardia will be up here. Terrible weather over by LaGuardia. Come on, guy. I'm supposed to be doing a scenic tour right now. Can't be doing a scenic tour with this weather. This is ridiculous. Can't even believe I found LaGuardia. But here it is. We'll go land over by the Delta gates. I'm sure they won't mind a little overflight. Oh, they don't have any gates at all in here. Oh, God. We're good. No, we're not. I don't even know where we're at. Put me back on track. What, nose up in a helicopter? Definitely didn't put me on track for anything. Okay. There are no buildings at this LaGuardia airport. This is a terrible LaGuardia. Just checked. Winds at LGA are 11 knots. Just check. Thank you for checking. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I know LaGuardia has changed a little bit, and I haven't been there in a while, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't changed this much. You have to get the MK Studios LaGuardia. I thought I had a good LaGuardia, but, I mean, clearly not. I don't know what the hell. We're landing in we're inside a terminal building right now. But yeah, MK Studios LaGuardia is good. Good dues, because I do like flying in and out of LaGuardia. That's one of my favorite airports. Alright, we got time for, actually we don't. We're going to have to run. I got to go get my daughter. So, this was fun. I had a good time with this. A lot of fun. Maybe we'll do some helicopter stuff when we have the short streams and only time for one flight. I'll have to get a little bit better and understand the flight mechanics and all that stuff, and get my the curves squared away on my on my controls to make this work a little bit more smooth. But all good. But yeah, no problem. Big fat orange button, do not press. That's probably the emergency alert button. Caitlin, that's probably your emergency alert button, and if you press that, it's going to send the dispatcher a signal that someone's in trouble, specifically somebody carrying that particular radio. And in some cases, that radio might be GPS tracked. So if you do press that, the dispatcher's going to know where that radio is, and could potentially get your father in trouble. Anyway, I am going to leave it here, guys. I do appreciate everybody for coming in and hanging out. Let's see here. You know what? Grizzle's on. I think we're going to raid Grizzle. I've been watching him lately. He's a really good streamer. He's from Germany, but he speaks English. And really good dude. If you guys don't mind hanging out, saying hello to Grizzle, please do. And we are going to send it over there. Yeah, no sweat. No sweat. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to hit the follow if you're new here, guys. And please definitely hit the follow. And I should be back tomorrow possibly back for a short stream tomorrow night. I'll be back for a short stream tomorrow night, more than likely. And then and I will be definitely here on Sunday for the day. So I will see you guys on the next one. I'm going to send you over to Grizzle. Please, wait a minute. Cancel the raid. He's going somewhere else. Never mind. He's finishing up. Got Jam all the way. Two-tone. We can go to two-tone, I guess. Maddie mentioned two-tone. We can go over to two-tone. That's the first time I've actually seen that. It's like I could see his preview that he was just literally getting ready to raid somebody else. Hang on one second. Let's go over to Two-Tone Murphy. I try to raid other smaller streamers though. Two-Tone's got 167 people watching him. I'm gonna hit Jam, guys. Send you over there. He's a good streamer. He's got a nice cockpit setup and everything. Really good streamer, nice guy. He does long hauls, good entertainer as well. Guys, I will catch you guys on the next one. Keep an eye on the Discord, ! Discord, get into the Discord, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Later.